West of what?
San Mateo.
San Mateo. Thank you.
Yep.
0, my 6-8 wraps.
Got it.
Yeah. It's hard to hear you.
How about now?
Oh, wow, you are dialed in now.
There he is.
He's coming live.
I gotta hurry up. Getting behind the times here.
Tell him on the deck.
Hmm?
You mean for my speed?
No, me, not you.
Oh, okay.
You're okay.
I was like, I don't even have control.
You're in the back seat right now. How deep were you here?
Oh, nowhere. 459.
459.
We'll be down there in momentarily.
18 minutes. Presently.
Are you ready for
You're
control?
ready.
Ready for control. Bumps. Roger that, deck. Thank you. Roger that, Captain. Thank you.
All right, Kylie, give her the beans. 27, is that the number?
Yeah, I'll do a 27 beans. High-pitched ringing for your pleasure.
Nice.
How are we doing? Are we good up here? Settled in for a very short ride?
Yeah, why? Why? What are you going to do? You going to take off?
Yeah, I'm leaving. Are you guys good? No,
Yeah,
are
you going? You going? Okay, yeah.
You want me to go, Paul?
No.
I thought we were doing so well.
I thought you had something you wanted to go do.
No, I'm going to let science know that we're...
Oh.
Hi, science. Good morning. We're settled in up here. We have only about 16 minutes, 15 minutes to the bottom, but if you want to have a go at talk about the dive, go for it.
Thank you, Erin. Before we do, I just wanted to let you know we're calling this site Osborne Meso, but I'm also going to informally call it Site 11.
Okay.
Just to give us something easy to grab onto.
That's fine.
In our labeling.
I can add that to, well, no, I shouldn't change the dive log now because we already put an event in, but noted.
Yeah, just make a note in case that pops up. Well, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Welcome back to our last dive of the biomes expedition, Southern California borderland exploration. This is our 8th dive, and yay! I'm not sure if you're celebrating.
I was.
It's the last one.
I forgot I could be seen.
This is also the last dive of our 2020 ROV season, but there's still more mapping happening.
Right, the last ROV dive, and we hope it'll be a great one. We are at Osborne Bank. which is 7.5 nautical miles from Santa Barbara Island, Southern California, and 90 miles west of the mainland, San Mateo, California. We are going to be having our shallowest dive. In fact, I don't think any of the dive depths for today overlap any other dive depths from the entire cruise we've had. We have a launch target of 460 meters or so, and we will be traversing upslope along a series along what we think are hard grounds and a rim with hopefully some strong currents. The primary targets today are phosphorites and corals and sponges that live in the shallower waters of the Southern California borderland. Nautilus has made a lot of dives on Osborne Bank previously. I think, I don't know, it's 5 or 7, but they've all been at the top of the bank, less than 100 meters. And I believe they were looking into caves and the possibility of ancient habitation. But today we're going to be working from about 450 to maybe as shallow as 100
You want it?
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah.
You want it?
And as on other days, we'll be taking push cores when we find sediment.
The hydrastics
Jensen
is
lab.
live, so.
Okay.
And we will be collecting rocks, and we have coral cutters on today. So hopefully, in exchange for a cartload of push cores, hopefully we'll be able to get smaller snippets of some of the animals. And Kira, you want to talk to us about phosphorite formations up here?
Yeah. Yep, I'm excited we were looking at ferromanganese crusts a little bit more yesterday. And today we're hoping to find more of these beautiful phosphorite deposits that we've been pulling up throughout this biomes experiment or expedition. That's part of a Miocene era sedimentary deposit where carbonate sediments were replaced with phosphate and turned into their own rock deposits. And in this region, specifically Osborne Bank, what's interesting is the past 2 days we were along the San Clemente Ridge at 40 Mile Bank, and then diving yesterday at the bottom of the San Clemente Escarpment. And Osborne Bank as well as Santa Barbara Island are actually extensions of that ridge, although now when you look on the map, they're a little bit adjacent to the northwest. So that's kind of interesting that we're traveling along a feature that's consistent with geologic time. And I think, yeah, I'm really interested as well. Some of the older papers for this region found phosphorite nodules, meaning they were just smaller, rounder rocks, I think in a little bit higher abundance than we've been seeing here. These, typically when we've been finding phosphorite so far, they've been these slabby, kind of, I don't know, dinner plate and to cafeteria tray size, if I can use those easily recognizable size references. So it will be really interesting to see if we can find some of these more nodular-like deposits that are more spherical, maybe like potato to burrito. I don't know, what other fun small-ish nodule size things can I come up with? I'll be really interested to see how the phosphorites are distributed, especially at these shallower depths, and who's living on them, the big and small biology.
It's probably worth pointing out that even though we're going to be...
You doing a spin too? You got the spin on there, right?
That will be shallower than we have been. We're still experiencing declining oxygen. So at the surface, we had 234 micromolar, something like that.
Don't wear it out.
Sorry.
And now at 214
And then this other
meters,
button,
we're all the
this
way
button
down
here,
to 67
changes the
micromolar.
mode.
Wow.
So we've lost
So
really
then you
a
can
lot of
turn
oxygen already.
this.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I'm just trying to wave to my dad from
We'll
here.
be just above the oxygen minimum zone.
like that. Like parade wave. My little princess sitting in a
We've called
car
this
on a
site
parade.
Osborne Meso for mesophotic. Some of the dive depths that we'll have will have a little bit of light, and this means this might be our only dive where we see algae, coralline algae, I've been told, and we may see a lot more fish than normal, probably some colorful ones too.
Very cool. We forgot our styrofoam, didn't we?
No, it's
Nope.
on there.
Wow.
Yay.
We did it for our shallowest dive, which is funny. But for those listening, oftentimes actually, oceanographers like to draw on styrofoam cups that are normal sized, and then you can attach them safely to the ROV, or sometimes they're put on CTDs. And because the styrofoam has a lot of air space in the cell structure of the styrofoam, when you put it down at deeper depths, it'll shrink. And that's really exciting when you go down to several thousand meters. But we should still get some good shrinkage on our cups today. So it's a fun souvenir that we like to do. And we decorated some Southern California biomes themed styrofoam cups last night.
They also do styrofoam wig heads.
Yep, I've seen a lot of shrunken heads.
I did one and it got smashed by the CTD on the way up, and
Aw.
so it's a really special looking one, kind of Halloween themed.
I like put so much love and effort into 2 cups last year and both got destroyed, so I have given up. They came up in shards. It was so sad.
Oh.
All right, context-wise, if you're looking at HiPAC, I have it zoomed out so we can see the location of Santa Barbara Island almost directly due north. The yellow line that also has like red sawtooths is the Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary. So we're diving just outside the Marine Sanctuary and down in this location. That's where we are on that last little bump of Osborne. We have, as usual, we have the Bathy to guide us. So that's the top of Osborne Bank proper. The yellow line again is the sanctuary boundary, and we're just south of that. We have a slope to guide us. So we can see we're kind of creeping up along this high slope area, the red, and the slopes on this map are scaled from 0 to 40. So the highest slopes, the red parts are up around 40 degrees. And we have backscatter, which also kind of reflects the high slope. We see much brighter white along that slope that we're trying to follow. And then finally we have 10-meter contours to kind of just help guide us as soon as I find them.
Erin, brighter white backscatter means harder returns?
Yep, and that is not always, that's just something that certain people adopt. That's
Okay.
the way I always do it, but some of the kind of older school geologists prefer it opposite. They want to see high intensity as black.
Okay.
But not on my watch.
Word, okay.
It's really helpful to have the backscatter along with the slope map. It helps us adjust our dive track to maximize the opportunity to collect the rocks we're after.
So it looks like BK is taking us right to the very edge there at the top, huh?
So what direction's upslope? To the east? Northeast? Which direction's upslope? I can't see where we are.
Oh, we're right here. So we're going to be
Like-
moving almost due north.
North.
Yeah. Upslope is kind of north,
Okay.
northeast, but we'll be kind of cranking along.
Okay.
I think we're following the diurnal vertical migrators down today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
We had a beautiful sunrise this morning.
I saw some dolphins out there.
Yeah, I spotted the happy morning, pink sky. Well, that may not be happy, but it looks nice.
Yep.
I'm going 17, 18 right now.
Yeah, I'm driving sideways, so I'm not going
Okay.
down as fast.
You're going to pull back a little?
Yeah, you could pull back.
All right, sure.
We're just more or less hitting the edge of the oxygen minimum zone now. We're almost at 400 meters.
Oh, yeah. Down to 20 micromolar-ish.
Let it go down. Trying to go down. Going down. Where you at? 50?
Almost. Almost there.
Are we getting a Niskin before we land?
Yes, please.
Are we doing push cores when we do land?
I think if there's sediment, we're looking to do some push cores.
Cool.
You want to make a little move over there?
Sure. Oh, gotta switch to meters, sorry. How about 10 meters, 050?
20. Yeah.
All right. It's only 20 meters to right on top of it.
Yeah.
Bridge enough?
I don't know. You can do your 10. I'm lacking.
Can I have a 1-5
Hey,
meter
wow.
move? 050.
Meet in the middle.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm all stop at
Raj.
30.
I'm going to miss this most peaceful part of my morning. Just watching the water until we get to bottom. what a treat it's been to be able to get out to sea during COVID. We know lots of colleagues and even ourselves have had a few cruises canceled this year. And we're really grateful to OET for helping us get out here safely.
Sure are. Very lucky.
What's been your favorite part of the dive so far, or the trip so far?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Tater tots?
Table bacon.
Having tater tots for breakfast every morning is a real win.
I have had them
Skate
every
greediness.
breakfast.
Ooh, there we are.
Oh,
Great.
Bottom.
I really like every day just getting to the bottom and
Array.
seeing what we see right away.
All right, Kylie, if you can spin around to look at me.
Sure.
My favorite part is having every place so different from every
Mhm.
other
Yeah.
place.
we never know what we're gonna find.
I think it's pretty neat too that we got really good at identifying the phosphorites. I
Yeah,
think it's tough when you're looking at a sea of random sediment covered rocks.
So we are at the bottom. Looks like sediments.
Mm-hmm.
And that means
Cores.
push cores.
That means we got to do our camera thing. And
yeah.
Oh yeah. No, we're totally patient. We're just
And our-
excited to see them.
Just
our
chatting
Niskin
away.
bottle and our...
Yeah, actually, we need our Niska bottle. Yeah. Thank you for remembering, Bob.
All right.
Wow, our tape's looking pretty sad on top of that box there.
Oh.
You want me to wait for a reset till you're out of autos?
You tell me when you're ready.
I can do it now.
Do it now.
All right, we're good.
We already see a
There's
fish.
a big old fish.
Is that a... What kind of fish is that? It's not a skate, is it? It's kind
Is
of...
it a ray? My ability to distinguish skates and rays is not good.
Wow, he's cool.
Yeah.
Like some hybrid mishmash.
The back end looks very fishy.
Careful suggesting it's new or Greg will want to slurp it up.
Steve is saying it's a torpedo ray.
Oh, nice.
Torpedo ray. Yeah. Also on the bottom, it looks like there are white patches. Be interesting to see what those are. Like they're bacteria. That'll be really interesting.
There's another red fish.
They also could be subsurface sediments that got picked up.
That's it. Hey. Zoom out. We switched over to looking at Niskin bottles.
Yeah.
Everybody looking?
Yeah.
It's gone.
That
For
was 4 meters up.
Okay.
Yep, that was NA124 196. Niskin 1 red tape pulled 4 meters off bottom.
All right. It's all about tube cores now.
If it's soft enough, but could we zoom in a bit on some of the white patches? I just would like to see what those are.
You guys good on position for that target?
Yes,
like,
thank you.
like these things.
Just pointing towards the top
Yeah.
of
I
the
just
view.
want to
Zoom
see
in.
if it's sediment, subsurface sediment, or if it's bacteria. Look very much like bacteria.
Hmm.
Just what, bioturbation, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. The darker sediments on the top and white sediments below.
Looks like there's some gravelly bits in the sediment.
Yeah, it looks like the sediment could be kind of sandy. But let's give it a try.
Okay.
See how the first core goes in. Then we'll decide if the rest might work.
So imagine you don't want anywhere near those.
Well, it looks like there's small rocks on the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want a rock, right, Gabe? These are your cores. So.
Yeah, I think if we could avoid them, that would be better.
Yeah.
But I think we
How
could
about in
find
here?
a place here. We've been finding some rocks in our cores, which have been unintentional. Pretty interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what they are. I guess
They
they
might
look
be
like
rhodoliths, actually. Rhodoliths are calcareous structures made by a type of algae. Red algae.
Does that look okay out there? Looks
Yep.
somewhat gravel free, I guess.
Yep. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, looks
Core
good.
goes in.
Did you want to zoom in on those lumpuses?
Sure, just
Yeah.
for a
Zoom in.
second. Just for a second.
it does look
Huh?
soft.
That looks like old dead sponge or something.
Yeah.
It could be sponge skeleton. Might be
Looks
too
like a
deep.
little
It might be
ocherite in there.
too deep for rhodoliths. They need light.
Okay, zoom out. Okay, tube core time.
Tube core.
Tube core time. Sample?
Yeah,
Sample tray out?
yeah,
Is that good?
it's good. Maybe. We got our big praying mantis gripper on here.
Coral cutters. Dive?
Huh? What?
Oh,
Huh?
I said dive. Dive mode.
Oh. Thought you were saying something to me.
I
We
was.
were, but you got to be careful with these extra long guys because it hangs up in the light bar. What about there? Can you zoom in? That looks rock-free-ish, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. Get in there.
Do you want to see how this one pulls out, Lisa? Or you want to place them all?
I think we could go ahead and place them all. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a chance the sediments will fall out. Might be a good idea to just take that.
True, true.
So,
I would recommend recovering that.
Okay.
Lisa, it's a little bit tough to hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I would
that's
recommend
perfect.
recovering that one.
Okay.
you want to
Just
recover it?
Yeah, just to be sure that the sediments will stick in. And
I think because of
horrible.
how hard it was at the end, it's probably going to be okay.
okay. I mean,
suspect
I
we're
defer.
gonna do it. Look,
You've done
we're
this
doing
a
it.
lot.
We're doing it, though. It's happening.
The torpedo ray we saw, it's also called Pacific Electric Ray.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Does have the shocking capacity.
It does?
Yeah.
Ah.
There's some kind of, I don't know if it's skate, but to get...
Are we good with it?
Yeah.
Looks
It-
pretty
It
good.
is falling out.
It is falling.
It's falling out.
Yeah, that's coming out like crazy.
Lets us see that sediments below are white.
Yeah.
Do you think you can recover it and keep?
Well, I mean, a lot of it's
Enough of-
falling out. I don't think you're not going to end up with much if I do take it, right? It's coming out fast and furious.
All right.
I don't
That's
know.
why I wanted to test it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to shake it out and look elsewhere?
I think at
Yeah,
this point.
yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, we can try coring again, but I'm guessing it's all a little bit sandy. There's supposedly along our track another sediment patch that might be better.
So what would cause the layers of white and brown sediment we're seeing?
Well, the organic detritus on the surface has phytoplankton and brownish, greenish stuff. I guess the
Detritus?
white sediments are carbonates.
Organic
Yeah, I agree.
detritus? Is that the word?
Detritus.
Dead organic matter.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll just hang on to that and we'll move on. Greener pastures.
Yeah, it's interesting. Osborne Bank has been an island in the past, so the sediment composition here could reflect some of those paleo sediments or times in oceanic history when there was a lot more calcareous deposition.
So we gonna go somewhere or?
Yeah, so let's stand by a second. Sorry, I just saw the door open. I was making sure it wasn't swinging. The next potential sediment patch was quite along the track line, is that correct?
Yeah, it's not here really.
Okay. So we're gonna,
Might want to stow the core. I don't know.
okay.
It's up to Bob.
Well,
Yeah.
how far away is it?
Oh, I don't think we're gonna see sediment again for a while. That's
A
different.
long while?
Yeah,
So I should put it away?
I would stash it. And you guys then, you're ready to start progressing towards the BB waypoint?
Unless you want to try again here, Gabe. What do you want?
No, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, hope for the best in the second one. I think this one, it was tough to get sediment out. So yeah, hopefully next one we'll have it. Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Moving on. Yeah.
Okay.
Move on.
All right, let me get set up while you stash that core.
I do have a question from my family, from my mother-in-law. She's curious, how much pressure can the ROV arm push on the push core before you start to lift Hercules off the bottom?
Well, there's all the angles and dangles, how far out, you know, the moment arm is, but I think it's around 250 pounds or so.
Okay, very cool. There's your answer.
You can easily break the core or rip the top off if you get at too big an angle.
Mm.
Which will also happen trying to pull them out of the quivers if you come out at an odd angle.
Sample tray in.
Okay, Aaron, where are we going?
All right, we're going to be heading about 017. It's about 126 meters. We do have quite the slope in front of us, so I'm going to keep I'll start with a 20-meter step and might bring it down to 10.
Okay.
But it's way up there in your view, so I'm going to zoom back in. Okay to call it in?
Yeah.
All right, bridge nav.
You could put this view up there.
Okay.
That makes it easier for you, right?
Can we get a 20-meter step
I'll do
bearing
this.
017? Correct.
You don't like it?
Well, I do like all three, and I don't want the third one to be north.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. Thank you.
Bob, could we zoom in a bit once we get going, please?
Okay. I'm just putting Kylie in the controls.
I'm going to start you guys out
Transit.
with a junk zoom, though.
Yeah.
Kylie, I suspect we'll start seeing a change in slope in like 30 meters.
Okay.
Down. Coming down.
What heading are we using?
017, please.
017.
You want to do it auto XY change? I can do it for you.
Well, Argus needs to change too.
I'll do it. Don't
Yeah.
worry about Argus. I got it.
Hey,
Wow.
Argus, can you get on heading, Argus?
Well, he ain't
So
there yet.
Working on it. You're a slave driver.
Okay. So I'll go over there.
Now these rocks are looking kind of round. I'm bigger. I'm sort of curious if these are the phosphorite nodules. Probably not, but
Those kind of look like more sponge skeletons there.
yeah.
There's a thorny head.
If you want us to stop and poke any Kira, just give a shout.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking if we could get a slurp of this sediment since we couldn't get the core.
Right here, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Bridge nav, hold position.
And while we're there, we might as well poke a rock.
May I get lined up with
Do you want to use the
Herc?
finest?
Just
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the view?
get lined
Okay.
Yeah, I think
And then we'll
that's what
Yeah.
we've been using for the
Sounds
sediment.
good.
So yeah, use the finest
Number one?
number one, slurp number one.
So she's just bringing a Herc up into position, but we'll still be able to get some sediment and poke some rocks.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
just letting you know that my joy gain is 1. I'm gonna keep it that way. You're not later.
Oh.
You're not like, yeah, it's high.
Is that some Strongylocentris fragilis?
Where?
Gonna
I
land.
think a little while back.
Is this
I
good?
didn't
You want me
see
to
it.
I
stop?
think I saw a couple.
So we want to slurp sediment and maybe look at some of those small kind of rounded things to see if they're nodules or sponge skeletons
Or rhodoliths.
or mysteries.
Any old place?
I can park it here if you like it.
I can back ship up if you like.
What do you think,
I
Science?
think you landed anyway.
I'm down. Yeah, I'll park here.
How's that look, Gabe?
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Plant it. Plant it.
Now Gabe knows how I feel.
So this is totally different
Pick the
texture
sediment.
than what we were seeing.
Does it look finer to you?
This looks like play sand, you know?
Sand.
Yeah, it's sand. Cause see how it doesn't kick up like the moon dust we were getting
On earlier dives,
earlier
but it's
dives?
similar to what we saw just a few
Okay.
minutes
just a
ago.
few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was.
Yeah, way coarser.
Yeah. It's very, very grainy.
A lot of the sand will be made up of foraminiferan tests, which have fallen from the plankton.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
they have
cool.
a really low density, so sometimes it doesn't take much to resuspend them.
So that should be
and you wanted to look at some of these rock thingies, or what did you want to do?
So we wanted to obtain a slurp or do a slurp
Okay.
of the sediment.
Okay.
And
And slurp 1, right?
slurp
Section 1.
position number 1. Yep.
Can you get jar 1?
I'm trying. I'm hitting the button. Okay.
so if it's cell
That's not
foraminiferous,
right.
that'd be
I know.
like
No.
pretty microscope stuff, right?
Yeah, this is for their microbio work.
What's the number?
Go more to the other way.
NA124-197.
That's right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I'll do it again.
Well, it's dirt, so
One
it's
more.
not going to be so. Look, we got one of those weird sandstorm things happening.
The vortex.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might get some good animals in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been looking also at the animals in our sediment just to see
Have we chosen
what
the
comes out. But can we hand over to Greg?
Okay, so is this good? Just go for it?
Yes, yes, please.
Going for it.
Okay. Just giving it beans.
Means I.
How deep do you want him to go into the
Not
sediment?
too deep. I think the
One more
surface.
Centimeter?
surface,
Yeah.
so just over the top.
Uh-huh.
Just a little off the top.
which slurp jar are we going into?
Number
1.
1.
uno.
Thank you. The ultrafine. slurp.
Yeah, so we're getting this granular top stuff, and it looks like it's smaller grains below that. Right. You want to zoom in more?
Do you know how fine this mesh is for slurp 1?
1 millimeter,
1 millimeter?
which isn't all that fine actually.
It's not.
For invertebrates,
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind
what I
of
was
big.
We had
But-
smaller, but
So,
it clogs up really fast if you go for the really small stuff.
not sure how much of the sediment will actually keep with a 1 millimeter mesh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking a look at the bottle and it's not filling up that much, I think. I wonder if it's going
You can
through.
see that mostly that's what's gone into the canister is 4 amps tests, and that the fine sediment has been washed away.
Maybe washed away, maybe on its way.
Well, if you want, we can pause the suction and you can let it settle so you can see kind of what is actually in there.
Okay, let's do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pause suction, Bob.
Okay. You want to put it up on the big screen?
I can try. Starboard bucket.
Right, that's an owl thing
Sorta.
Yeah.
on your screen.
I mean, that's the best I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some fine material in there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's a bit falling out now.
Would you like more?
Is that enough?
I think so, yeah.
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
No
Okay.
problem.
Zoom out now.
I think, do we want to pick up some of those?
Oh, right.
I'd just like to look at them.
Yep.
If they have a sort of
Look at
a
that little one right in front. So
rosette
you can zoom way in on-
texture, then they're biological in origin.
Straight down?
Yeah, that one. So you can zoom way in on it.
And that just looks like a rock
Oh,
with some
sorry.
4 amps on
Bit
it.
much.
There's that problem.
I know. It's
Okay,
touchy.
how about the one, let me point to a couple.
Sure.
This one?
I'm curious though, what's the rock?
You wanna pick up that rock then, just to look at it?
I want to see if it's crushable.
Okay.
Maybe just zoom in first.
Well, that's hard to tell. That could be a piece of sponge skeleton. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Zoom back. These aren't. These don't look like rotoliths, so I don't think we need these little rocks, do we?
Well, I'm just curious if there is. We don't have to
Try to
keep
break
them,
it?
but
That's going to get pushed. Well, that's tiny.
Oh, you think
Yeah.
they could be nodules, like phosphorite nodules?
that's what I'm curious about. I would assume they're a little bit shallower, but we are already shallower than we've
You
been
zoom
so
in.
far.
That claw is like comically long. I've never noticed how big it was. Oh,
Oh,
it's
that's
so
Well
little.
done.
Try to crush it.
Going to collect it since he's
You
got
can
it?
look at it.
It's just a little guy.
Oh, it does look like it could be a phosphorite nodule, doesn't it?
It's hard to tell the picture from the outside and sitting in the
But it's a
sediment.
rock. At least we know it's a rock.
Yeah, did you try to crush it?
It's got agglutinated 4 amps on it.
Are you crushing, Bob? Crush,
Oh,
crush force.
It's got some iron oxidation of some
Grip
sort.
force 9.
That's
Just be
nice.
careful it doesn't slip out and hang
Pretty
like-
hard. I mean,
Okay.
It's not a dirt clod, that's for sure.
Cool. I don't know where we would put it.
It'll fit anywhere.
You can put it in your
Yeah,
pocket.
could we just put it in that A or B space? Just drop it in between the bio boxes?
So tiny. So like
Zoom
put
out.
it in your pocket.
Yeah, you could.
Everything's important, no matter how small.
Okay, so it gets a sample number. Is that rock 1?
That's
Not
rock
in-
one.
Not in the basket yet. Pointing out.
Wah, wah, wah.
We could give it Pebble 1 if you don't want to use rock. I'm just kidding.
A bit wet.
I said Pebble 1.
Pebblewood.
Mark Legg is saying in the chat that that could be a Miocene volcanic rock, 12 to 17 million years old.
Wow.
Okay, draw out.
Sample tray out.
So somewhere in between the inserts, yeah.
Mhm.
So that would be A right up forward.
You want it up forward?
Not in
Sure.
a box. Not.
Not in the
Yeah.
plastic boxes. Just
There.
Like in
Yes.
there, right?
Yes.
Yep.
There she
Nice.
goes.
Excellent.
All right.
Which sample was that?
Sample tray in.
That was NA124-198 R1.
198? 197. Oh, no, 197. My bad. Yeah, 198.
Thank you for humoring me on that. I'll get back to you all on the important tiny rock. I mean, I made Bob collect a giant rock for me, so I figure we should just go to the other end of the spectrum and get a tiny rock. I want to cover all the bases.
The spectrum.
Get me off of there.
Sure.
I'm going to get me off of there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get that?
I didn't finish, sorry.
Yep, no worries.
I'm too busy looking at tiny rocks.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ready for a move?
Yep.
All right, 01720 meters. Bridge nav.
Can you do a bump zoom video, please? Thank you.
We have a 20 meter move bearing 017.
Got that target, thank you.
I like Mark Leggs telling us some good things come in small packages.
It's true.
Maybe that'll be the rock of the day.
Yeah.
Sure, the microbiome people agree with that.
Maybe there's some really tiny organisms living on there.
Well, there were foraminifera on there.
It's true. All right, let's get to this fun little,
Time for real rocks.
yeah, there's an amazing ridgeline track you guys chose today.
We don't want to get any dirt on there.
Okay.
How big would you say that rock was? Like
Oh,
5
yeah.
centimeters?
Really,
Or few?
I thought
yeah,
it was less. Yeah, I
3
thought it was
centimeters?
just
Three?
2 or 3 centimeters.
yeah.
Flashing.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah. What's that?
Ooh,
Is that
somebody's,
line or is that?
it's either line or a really weird fecal cast. Might be line. Grope.
You want to
It's
zoom
a
on?
fish.
Yeah.
Or the
Oh, I thought that
fish?
was a rock at
Or
first.
maybe that's an interesting rock. I don't know.
Look at
With
something.
something on it.
Okay.
A rock wanting to be a fish?
Or a fish wanting to be a rock.
It's a fish trying to imitate a rock.
That looks like rock. Zoom in now. Kylie's going to land. Look at her land.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is a
that's
rock.
a rock.
With
With brittle stars,
Those look like
other things.
other things.
Sponges.
yeah, the white.
You got more zoom now?
Do we want this rock? That looks like phosphorite.
Kind of has the look. It's up to you.
And it's got some biology.
It does. A lot of brittle stars.
Do you think you could collect this rock?
What's the rock
I think
Is
it's
it-
the
will
right
it- will
right
it
size,
rise
unless
out?
it's like
Yeah.
a iceberg with more happening under there, right?
It's long, but
It is, but
it-
it's like
do you think it'll fit in?
it'll maybe diagonally. It depends on how.
How much underground?
Yeah.
Come wide for me, a video.
Would we try to put this in forward bio box?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
You need it closer.
Oh, you're good. Just plant it.
All right.
I mean,
Well,